Hey folks, Jimmy here, aka Palette of the Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the latest issue of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer magazine. As per usual with all these videos though, if you like them, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course, drop me a comment down below. I love hearing back from you guys. It goes a massive way to helping out the channel too. Now, this week we're on issue 27 of Stormbringer magazine, and we should have 6 Griffhounds. Now, with my issue, I have 3 Griffhounds. I have 2 sprues, and we should have 2 more identical sprues to make all 6. Now, this is always a bit of an issue. So every now and again, this will crop up with magazines like this, where there is a packing issue. Now, I had it with Mortal Realms. Mortal Realms, they had a packing issue where they sent out the incorrect number of bases, or the wrong bases. They corrected it. They sent out the incorrect amount of models in one of the issues. They corrected it. They sent me the correct ones. The good old Imperium magazine, when that was running, had a packing issue. No solution was ever provided. I emailed them and their thing was, yeah, just take it back to where you bought it from, get a refund, and then order it online, when it wasn't available to order online. So they're not the brightest bulbs in the pack. I've emailed them and asked them if a solution would be provided for this, because every copy I saw only had 2 sprues, so they may sort it, they may not. I'm going to kind of edge towards more of the side that they won't sort it, because it's Hatchet Partworks and they're not known for great customer service. So yeah, there is that. We will see though. However, Griffhounds are pretty cool little models. So kind of a cross between a griffin and a dog. They're small, they're companions to Stormcast Eternals. They're of azurite blood. They are very good. And yeah, pretty cool. I do kind of like them. You got different colour choices of them as well, obviously. So if you want to do them browns, if you can. If you want to do them orange, you can. If you want to do them black, white, grey, whatever, entirely up to you. But you can make them look really cool. And yeah, pretty good. So not bad at all. Into the issue we go though. We get a history lesson. So the Arcanum Optima. So during the Necroquake, the magic of the mortal realms was made more powerful and dangerous than ever before. Wild energy flooded the realms in a time that Azurite scholars call the Arcanum Optima. Nagash's Necroquake had a strange effect on the magic of the mortal realms. Sorcerers and wizards found themselves able to wield incantations and spells of greater power than ever before. However, the most powerful of these spells no longer dissipated naturally, but instead spiraled out of control. These are known as endless spells, for they rampage endlessly until they are unbound. The disruptive effects of the Necroquake had many unforeseen circumstances, but none were more as vast as the revealing of Storm Vaults. Previously, the Storm Vaults had hidden for centuries by powerful magical wizards and wards. These not only hid the Storm Vaults from Salt, but also made them impossible to remember. So, the breaking of these wards made them available. So if you're not sure what a Storm Vault is, a Storm Vault is basically, it could be anything from a small little cache of weapons, it could be a vast chamber housing a very powerful enemy and such like. And there are multiple throughout the realms, and occasionally some are stumbled upon, and you get some really good novels from them, including the Lumineth Realm Lord story, God's Bane, which is a pretty cool story as well. So it involves a weapon that could literally kill gods, and yeah, the fact that it's locked up in a Storm Vault, and there is a struggle to make sure that it does not fall into the wrong hands. Talking of stories, moving on now, we get part 2 of Venom. So the killer boss, Golmrog City Eta, is in trouble. Having lost a bet to legendary swamp boss Skumdrek, Golmrog now owes his treasure and his life to another Orc. With time running short, will Golmrog prove cunning enough to wriggle out of trouble? So obviously this is part 2, so it's continuing on from the last part that we had a few issues ago, and yeah, gives us a bit more kind of a fiction within the mortal realms, and mostly to do with our good old the lovely Oryx, which are really good and pretty decent, and the story's not bad. It's a pretty decent story, I'm not gonna lie. I've not finished it all yet, but it's been pretty good so far, so definitely worth carrying on for as well. Then we get a page for our Griffhounds. So obviously you can name your Griffhounds and stuff like that if you want to. You can give them role results for their origins and such like, entirely up to you. They are loyal companions and have been raised in Stormkeeps all across the mortal realms, and are often fielded in packs. Many Stormcast heroes like to take a single into battle Griffhound at their side, including things like our Lord Imperatant and such like, and many others. So pretty cool, and they are quite little nifty creatures as well. And then you can of course give your usual bit, so you can give them names, hunters, you can give them a unit name and such like that. Entirely up to you how you want to go about doing it, but it is your game and they are your units to utilise how you will. So really cool stuff there. Then we've got our how to build guide. Obviously for your how to build guide you should have 4 sprues, and like 50-50 of them are identical, so you should have 2 of each sprue, should I say. Now obviously because you have 2 of each sprue, the idea is that you're able to build 2 of each Griffhound, so that will give you all 6. So you'd have 2 of that first Griffhound, then you would have 2 of the second Griffhound and 2 of the other. So you could build multiple and keep going, and yeah, you get a decent amount of Griffhounds out of all of it. It's not too bad. You should have 6 bases, and then you get your paint scheme. So your paint scheme, you can choose how you want to paint them. So I'm not going to lie, that colour scheme, not too bad. That colour scheme just weirds me out. I don't know if it's just me, but that colour scheme just doesn't work for me. Personally, do them different colours if you want to do them different colours. You can do them all the same colour if you want, so they look like they're all the same breed or same pack or anything like that. So you could go for blacks, browns, anything you want, but otherwise you can get some really cool paint schemes on them if you wish to. It just depends on how you want to go about doing it, but yeah, you can get really nice look. So you're going to be using things like Inky by Darkness, which we've not had yet, Abaddon Black, good old Avalan Sunset listed on there as well, things like the beak and such like, and yeah, you can get some really good colours out of there if you really want to, but you don't have to follow that pack, that kind of guide. If you don't want to, you can paint them up how you want. So I've done grey ones before, I've done brown ones, I've done black, I've done white, I've done all sorts. So your choice how you want to go about doing it, but you know, the idea is really it's yours, so you do it how you want. Then moving on, we have an update to our rules. So this is part 7 of our main core rules, so giving us more information about how attacking works, picking your targets, number of attacks, shooting, combat attacks and such like, and even combined attacks as well, and even the actual sequence for it as well. So pretty cool, and keeping going with that. You get your tutorial, so all about all-out attack and all-out defense. Obviously it's always your choice how you want to go about playing your games, but you can get some really good bits, and you get some lovely photos on that side as well, some squigs. Good old squigs, gotta love the squigs. Then we have our war scroll for our Griffhounds. So a unit of Griffhounds should be is pretty decent, and you can take them in. They're pretty squishy. They don't do a lot of damage, but you know, they come in and they can do a job and be utilised as part of your kind of attack patterns and such like that if you wanted to. We're probably not going to take anything big down, but the idea with them is you utilise them to harry the enemy instead. So you harry your opponent, you utilise them on small attacks, push them up and have a bit of fun. But yeah, not bad at all. Then we have our pitched battle for the week. So You got your deployment zones, you got your mats, and away you go. Have a bit of fun with it. It's not too bad, it's pretty good, and yeah, should be a good fun one. Then moving on, next week we get Zarbag's Gits from the Gloomspite Gits range. So another of Warhammer Underworld's kits, which is pretty damn cool. It's all grots and squigs, which are always really good fun. And then, the week after, we get paint. So we get Baraknar Burgundy, ready for our good old Caradron Overlords, I imagine. And we get Runelord Brass, which is another kind of, it's a silvery, coppery colour, which is pretty good as well. I must admit, I do utilise that colour every now and again. It'll come in handy, especially for certain armour types as well later on. So, pretty good stuff there. Before we go though, I just wanted to say, I have finally got issue 16. Issue 25 is still missing, so I will sort that out at some point soon. But issue 16 video will be coming tomorrow, finally, 11 weeks late. So yeah, I had to order it off eBay in the end, but it is what it is. I'll explain more in the video, but for now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you sometime soon. Bye bye now.